Hello, Daniela. My name is Jason. As you can tell from the accent, I'm American. So we'll probably never meet in person. But I want you to know that watching videos of your cons on YouTube, especially the Jensen and Misha panels, was a major part of my healing process in getting through my grief over a very tragic event that happened almost 3 years ago. As such, it pains me very deeply and cuts me to the core to have to say this. In 2010, internalized homophobia led someone I cared about to kill himself. He couldn't deal with his own sexuality, or, as I found out about a year before the end, feelings he had for me that he never told me about. I worked through my grief by watching Supernatural, various con panels, and ultimately by writing a Destiel-themed reboot script for the show and sending it to Jared, Jensen, and Misha when it was done. I was as grateful to you and your staff as to the cast themselves for helping me work through my grief. Then this online drama happened over a PG-rated Destiel artwork a fan wanted signed at your con, and commentary on Twitter from you and your staff in the aftermath of it being refused. I thought I'd witnessed or been the victim of every kind of discrimination there is. I've experienced it as an overweight person who once weighed 386 pounds. I've experienced it as a single man in the United States who wants to start a family in a way usually only financially available to single women and married couples. I've even experienced it within the confines of this fandom as a resident of the state of Alabama, of all silly things. Not only have I had to sit silent for years while fans referred to the Wincest ship as quote-unquote Alabama natural, but I've also had to watch as, year after year, your American counterpart, Creation Entertainment, scheduled conventions in Georgia, Tennessee, Louisiana, Texas, etc., but never here in Alabama. Look on a map of the United States sometime if you don't know why that bothers me. And yes, as I said, homophobia hit me in a very personal way, too. But what I've seen here on Twitter since your most recent convention really takes the cake, I'm sorry to say. Aside from the fact that alienating your customers is just bad business in general, it reeks of fascism. And as an Italian, that should bother you. Because nothing says Il Duce like having all the power and using it to impose your view and your will on others with threats and intimidation. In your case, that means banning artworks because you don't like them, rather than whether or not the actors are actually comfortable with them, directing derogatory remarks at those who complain, and threatening to punish people by banning all artworks if they don't comply. So, while I'm grateful for being able to see the fun things that go on at your conventions, I'm also disappointed in you. Do better. That's all I've got to say. Peace.